Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to jump back on here again today. I saw some stuff in reference to the city council meeting. They had two city council meetings back in Perry County, one in Uniontown, one in Marion. But I do want to highlight about Marion and have a discussion. And the discussion that I wanted to have about that is understanding the difference between facts, truth, and a lie, right? Understanding the difference between all of that, a facts, truth, and a lie. And one of the things that is very important is for people to be open and honest. Not only people being open and honest, but people being truthful, forthcoming and truthful in how they present information. One of the things tactics that people like to do is you can state a fact, but a fact doesn't automatically show what the truth is. And I want people to think about that and understand that. A fact does not automatically say what the truth is. I'm going to give you an example. You can be factual about a fact can be verified. You can be factual about something and leave that out of context by itself and not tell the whole truth about it. And that is a deceptive tactic, right? That's a tactic that people like to use when they like to try to spin a narrative to support them. And I talked about that with political deception. That's a tactic that some politicians use to spin a narrative, to create a narrative that it can be favorable to influence people and how people think about a certain thing. Now, one of those tactics, I saw a post that was shared, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm calling people names out, and the reason why I call people names out because I'm not trying to be messy or anything like that, but I am being transparent. And there's no need for me to try to not be candid and try to hide behind or try to throw slick insults, because it's not insults. I'm talking about stuff that people shared and people said. The current mayor of Marion, Alabama, who was just reelected, Dexter Hinton, he made a post, and in that post he said that he called out three of the new city council members that was recently elected to the city council in Marion. He called their names out and basically said, which is factual, I'm talking about what it is. He said that they voted no on providing emergency funding so that the city of Marion can get funding to fix the water issue that they have, as well as to get funding to do an audit and to get a line of credit, $100,000, if I'm not mistaken, but get a line of credit so that they can make payroll and take care of those, they can continue to operate. That is a fact. But what is the truth though? The truth falls behind why did they vote no? Right? They voted no because they want to know. They asking questions like a lot of people asking. One thing about it is this. This is a fact. This right here is a fact. On November the 19th, I shared it on my page. ADAM, the Alabama Department of Environmental Management, sent a letter to Honorable Mayor Dexter Hinton. And in that letter, it said that they are revising their agreement with them, and they are allocating $170,000 to the city of Marion for them to conduct an audit on 2022 and 2023. In that letter, it is on my page. You can go see it, and I can definitely share it with you. The actual letter with the ADAM letterhead on it. It said that the city of Marion, the money was released to the city of Marion on March the 17th of 2025. And the city of Marion confirmed that they received it on March the 21st, 2025. They got $170,000 to conduct an audit on 2022, 2023. That was 9 months ago. Now, the question is this. Why do the city right now, why do they need additional funding to conduct an audit in November when they received funds, $170,000 in March to do the audit? Why? And that's the question that people are trying to find out. That's the question that the city council, the new city council members are doing. They're not just going to vote when you try to throw it up and like, oh, this is emergency things with the water. The reality is this. I am not advocating for the city of Marion to deal with those water issues that they're dealing with. But what I am saying is this is not new about what's going on in Marion with that water, because 2 years ago, ADAM was quoted in an article when there was another issue with the water. They was quoted in an article said that they were aware of the water issues in Marion because people in Marion as cities have made multiple complaints. They were just waiting on the city of Marion to provide what it is a fiscal sustainability plan, a FSP, which is quoted in the actual letter that ADAM sent Marion on the 19th of November. That was 2 years that they haven't complied. So why all of a sudden that we're trying to paint it like it's the new council members that are the ones that are holding everything up? Like, I just want people to understand that. Why? Because people act like this is not a personal attack. They don't make, why? And the other question that you want to ask, and the people that voted him back in, why do the city of Marion need a line of credit to make payroll? Why? What happened to all of that? And I commend the new council members. I personally commend them because I would want to know, I would want to see before I vote on anything. And I'm being honest with you. I want people to really think about this. The stuff that's been coming out, about things that's going on in Marion, I want people to really think about it. They said, from what's been reported, they said the city can't even get gas at certain gas stations because they got a $15,000 bill that they ain't been paying these people, the gas station. So why? This is what I'm saying. This is a mayor who's been in office for 9 years. Why haven't you done anything before to really fix the issues instead of putting Band-Aids on it? And yeah, I don't live in Marion. I don't. I just picked up my retirement orders today, though. Yes, sir. But why? It don't matter if I live there or not. This is questions that people are asking. And the same old. And the mayor, I know he probably, and I'm going to say this, I know I'll probably be blocked by him after this because the mayor likes to block people that ask questions about all right, I'm back on. I don't know what's going on. I know I got good connection. But hey, it is what it is. But the mayor blocks a lot of people, right? And he blocked a lot of people who ask questions. And he has a right to manage whoever see his personal page. That's not what I'm not against it. He has a right to do that. My issue is if you municipal business from your personal page, it is not transparent to block people. If you're going to do something in an official capacity and speak from an official capacity, you can speak and go live from the City of Marion page or create you another page specifically for that. But not, all right, not your personal page. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you do that, that gives the appearance that you don't like accountability and you don't want to be transparent. So that's why I say that. That's why I'm saying that. So I may be blocked after this, but at the end of the day, right is right. Right is right. Now, in the capacity I'm going to speak on too, this morning, Albert Turner made a post. He said he went to the meeting last night and he made a post this morning to stir up fear. And that's what a lot of people like to do. They don't want to they want to stir up fear so people can be scared. But Marion is about to lose millions of dollars, right? Because the city council didn't vote to do the emergency funding. Nah, Marion's about to lose millions of dollars because they haven't done the audit that they got money for in March to complete so they can finish that packet, that fiscal sustainability plan to submit to ADAM to receive funding that can help them out for the water system. That's not on the new council members. This stuff didn't just happen. Like this is some Washington, D.C. level politics that go on. And I want people to really see it for what it is. Like really see it for what it is. Now, the thing is, in that post that Albert Turner made this morning, and he shares it like he said everything else, he suggested that an option is that for the county could give the city of Marion $50,000 so that they can conduct an audit, right? Give them the $50,000. But the still question remains, what did the city do with the $170,000 that they received from ADAM? What did they do with that in March, 270 days ago, 9 months ago? What did they do? Why do you need more money to do audit when you receive $170,000 to do an audit? When an annual audit should have been the minimum of what you were already doing, that you already got set aside. And the last known audit was 2021. And the responsibility of the audit is on the city. Well, first of all, it's the mayor's responsibility, but it's on the city clerk to make sure all the files and stuff is straight. And this is the stuff, this is right here is what I'm talking about. Like, don't try to make an emergency. Don't try to make an emergency because of your mismanagement and your levels of incompetence. Like, don't try to make an emergency now and try to point the blame on it. You know what? A great example of leadership. Yes, and you're right, Pam. She said Marion is about to lose money because the $170,000 was mismanaged. The Alabama Department of Environmental Management gave the city of Marion $170,000 to do audits for 2022 and 2023 in March, and they still haven't done it. And they saying that they needed money to conduct, more money to conduct an audit. Do y'all understand what I'm saying with that? Like, just sit down and think about it. Just sit down and think about it. Somebody gave you $170,000 to do an audit so you can be in compliance so that they can give you additional funding. And the funding that they're going to potential lose is $1.255 million for phase 1 for the water treatment plant. So if that was so important, why didn't you do that back then? And if you did an audit since then, where's the results so the people can see it? Why don't we have this stuff posted? What is so wrong with making that public information? And all of these people, and I want people to understand that I made a post on my page this morning. To show the people the difference between a compliance audit and a financial audit, right? A compliance audit and a financial audit. And the reason why I made that post is because Albert Turner came on one of my posts talking about they conducted a compliance audit. A compliance audit basically is just making sure that you align with processes and procedures. That is not a financial audit. Go line by line, making sure everything lines up and you got all your ducks in a row. So don't let nobody tell you, hey, we conducted an audit, a compliance audit. Did you conduct a financial audit? And where are the results? They love to come on, get on the radio. They love to get on live. They love to post stuff on social media, claiming things, but you don't see the receipts. They lying to you. They are lying to you. And I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep talking because the bare minimum that people should be doing, especially these folks back home, the bare minimum you should do is be transparent, do audits, and be open with the people. Now, this is the funny thing. As you can see, I have melanin in my skin. I'm a black man. So the typical playbook of, because the playbook of there have been some Caucasian people raising questions and they get painted as if it's racist. So now I'm the outsider. And thank you. Pam Connor said, even if they were granted the additional $50,000, it would not allow sufficient time to complete the audit. Listen, they have a deadline to have the Fiscal Sustainability Plan, the FSP, completed and submitted back to ADAM by the 22nd of December. Now, ADAM gave them the money in March. Why they ain't got that ready to go yet? That's the question. So if they lose it, that's not on the city council. That's on the mayor Hinton, and that's on the city clerk, and that's on the old city council. That's on the former administration. That's what's on their watch. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. They're on their watch. And I'm going to go ahead on to say this. I remember back in 2021, there was an article posted in Marion about the audit that was done and the results from the audit that was shown. And I shared it. You know, I've been a host on the Black Belt Experience since 2020. And I shared it on the Black Belt Experience show. And at the time, myself and Dexter Hinton was friends on Facebook. And Dexter reached out to me. And what he said was, hey, man, he was telling me some stuff about it. And I was like, hey, I got you. But you've been the mayor since 2016, right? That's on you. That's happened under your watch. Whatever happened, good, bad, or indifferent, that's the burden of leadership, right? Next thing you know, he deleted me as a friend on Facebook. And I said to myself, dude, I will support you if you're right, but I'm just saying that's on your watch. I didn't say anything negative, right? And I'm going to give a shout out to Mayor. I'm going to give an example of leadership, right? I want to send a shout out to Mayor Ralph Howard, who just got sworn in at the beginning of November in Greensboro. There was somebody sent the Black Belt Experience some pictures of trash overflowing in East Ridge Apartment. East Ridge Apartments it's in Greensboro proper, but not officially in the city of Greensboro. The trash was overflowing. Made a post about it, and it got a lot of people were sharing it, right? Some people was like, the city need to do something, right? The Mayor Howard came online and said, hey, that is not a city issue, but he would get engaged. He contacted and he gave an update this morning. That was yesterday evening. And he gave an update this morning. On his page, he gave an update that he reached out to waste management. The issue was the property owners of East Ridge didn't pay their trash bill. And it hadn't been paid since October 28th. That they said that payment was made this morning and waste management will be coming and picking the trash up today. That right there is goddamn leadership. That wasn't a city matter, but the constituents reached out to him and he put action to it. He didn't make any promises, but he reached out to people. He provided an update. That's leadership. He didn't blame other people. He didn't sit down and point blame. He took full ownership. That's an example of leadership, right? I'm tired of all of these politicians that been in these positions for a long time and blaming other people. Stand up, be a darn leader. Stand on your own 10 toes and say, hey, I messed up. I messed up because I didn't, Mayor Hinton and Albert Turner. Just say, hey, I messed up because I didn't. I messed up because I did not do what I failed to do what I supposed to do to ensure that we was fiscally accountable, to ensure that we had our audits done, to ensure that we identified a long-term plan, right? Because now people should just forget stuff because of the quote unquote crisis, as if this was the first time Marion dealt with water issues. I just won't look, and I'm letting people know this is not a political ploy or plot or anything. This is strictly about raising awareness because I want the people to be informed. Stop letting people lie to y'all. Stop until they be accountable and tell the truth. Until they be accountable and tell the truth. Carla said they cleaned it up. East Ridge is cleaned up now. Shout out to Mayor Howard for that. For Mayor Ralph Howard. Shout out to him for that. Be honest with shout out to him for that. And I just want the people to think about it. I want the people to know, and I want the people to stay informed. Marion got $170,000 back in March to do an audit. Why y'all need more money now? Other question that you need to ask, why do the city of Marion need to have a line of credit to make payroll? What's up with your books? What's going on? Where's the city budget? Where's all this stuff that should be public information, that you should have it posted? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm being honest with you. Take ownership. Take ownership. Man, I would tell you this. Being somebody who's had to be in a position of adjudicating punishment, right? What's called under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, UCMJ. Somebody do something wrong. I would tell you, personally, if somebody did something wrong and they took ownership of it, I would tell you that right there, I was way more lenient than what it is, than what I could have given them because they took ownership of it. Man, just take ownership. Stop blaming other people, man. For real, stop blaming other people. Because the people are upset. The people are tired. They're tired of the same old, right? Same old, same old. And there's a lot of people that have been blocked by the mayor. I know I'm probably soon to be one, right? But stop doing that, man. You can block them from your personal page, but don't go on your personal page. And then I would say this, for anybody that want to throw little slick innuendos and slick comments about people having things, if you're going to reference me, say my name, because I will call your name. I will call your name. Why? Because there's no need to beat around the bush. Right? There's no need to beat around the bush. And my question with this is this, right? People ask questions. You know what's so funny? There's a myth that everybody say the reason why they don't go to church is because the pastor's stealing. And me being the son of a pastor, you know, I dealt with that. Oh, they stealing, the pastor stealing, and people stealing, right? But my question is, what's going on with all of this money that's been coming in? What's going on with the revenue that the city's supposed to be bringing in through taxes, through all of this stuff? What's going on? Why do the city of Marion need to borrow money to make payroll? And why haven't something been done since 2016 when Mayor Hinton came into office and he made all those promises about they're going to be transparent and they're going to do stuff about fixing the water? Why? And those are just the simple questions that I'm asking, that a lot of people are asking, right? And if once you sit down and look at it, you realize, no, that don't even make no sense. And listen, stop letting people play you with fear. Marion gonna lose millions of dollars. Don't that sound familiar? They're gonna lose millions of dollars, but they ain't gonna tell you the reason why is because they hadn't been compliant with what they already supposed to have done years ago. So address that first. And my thing is, I want what's best for Marion. I want them to redo that water system. That water system is beyond, I'm being honest with you. Last night during the city council meeting at Marion, if I'm not mistaken, they was talking about how all this wasn't done before he came into office. Before Dexter came into office, when it was, Tony Long was the mayor. Okay. You've been in office 9 years. What they got to do with you doing all that? What that has to do with anything? That is a classic example of deflection. Just being honest, that's a classic example of that. I'm telling you right now, if you are an elected official in the black belt and you think that you're going to get away with that buffoonery and that BS, I'm letting you guys know this right now. If I come across it, I'm going to call you out on it. Just like I said in my song, I got time today. Right? And that's all I'm saying. It shouldn't be that somebody have to be open and call people to account for you to do what you was elected to do. Just do what you elected to do. Right? And if you have been doing things wrong, hey, stand up for it. Stand on 10 toes. Stand on 10 toes. Stand on business, the same business that you were doing wrong. Stand on business to take what you was to deal with the consequences of your decisions. Do right by the people. Do right by the people. Because not one of those politicians that I know have turned down their monthly stipend. And for the people who mad about people like myself raising awareness of what's going on, like I said before, God bless you. God bless you. For real, God bless you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you part of the problem. You part of the problem. Look, man, this thing go real deep. I'm telling you, it go real deep. And as I'm doing more and more research, I'm finding a lot of things. And the best thing for people to do, is to do right. Just go ahead on and do right. Go ahead on and do right. Stop playing these people's faces, man. And my question is this. This is my question to Albert Turner. The Perry County Commission is a part-time position. I think they pay right now $1,800 a month, right? What job has he worked since 2000? That's a question. What job has he worked since 2000? And since you have so much business acumen and you know all of this stuff, my question to you is, how many people do you personally employ in Perry County? Not on the city government, but how many people do you personally employ in Perry County? And Vanessa said, once you become the leader, you must take ownership of the situation. Work with the team to devise solution, implement and execute. It's too much at stake for folks to continue passing the buck. That's all I'm saying. That right there is all I'm talking about, right? Yep. If you are stepping in the position to lead a nation, lead them the right way. That is all I'm talking about. Like, listen, if you were doing what you're supposed to do and everything was good, then we won't have these issues. We won't. And nobody's expecting perfection. I'm just expecting you to be consistent and honest. Like I said, there's a difference. Understand the difference between a fact and truth. A fact without context, a lot of times would not be the truth. Would not be the truth. And these folks don't like that. Tell you right now, they don't like that. And I don't give two flips if they do or not. It ain't nothing personal. I will come cook for you. When I come out and cook, I'll bring you a plate. We can sit down and have a conversation. It is not personal at all. At all. I just want you to do right by the people. Do right by where I'm from. Because not only that, we deserve better. We deserve better than what we got. And the reason why we dealing with the things that we dealing with is a lack of competence and people that have consistently chose themselves to serve themselves in their best interest over the people. Period. Period. I'm just saying, look at this. I'm just asking this question. This is a question that I'm raising that I think about. It was told to me Albert Turner driving around in a $100,000 car. And he's only been working a part-time job since 2000. And then where's the transparency at? All of these contracts that they give out for the county and all of this stuff, where's the transparency at? Because when you was audited by the Office of Public Examiners for Alabama, you had 9 compliance by the county. 9 non-compliances. 9. Hale County had 1. Perry County had 9. He got on here and lied, said, he lied and said that, that audit wasn't done since 20. He tried to put it on, former commissioner, Cedric Hudson. Like, but you were still on the county commission. Telling y'all think people are playing, right? It's a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, it's a lot more stuff. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep posting to raise awareness. And I just wanted to get on here today to talk about the thing that's going on in Marion, Alabama, because I'll tell you right now, this ain't going nowhere. And I commend the new city council members of doing the things that they need to do. And the mayor is voted. He's voted twice, inserted himself in the vote to basically override what the new city council wanted. The new city council, on the first meeting they had, they wanted to remove the city clerk. They voted 3-2 to remove the city clerk, and Dexter inserted himself on the vote and tied it up. So they wouldn't remove the city clerk. And he did it. He did another one last night. He did, he's inserting himself to vote. Now there's some conflicting guidance out there about, can the mayor vote? Can he cast a vote? And yeah, the mayor can cast a vote. And if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be the tiebreaker, not to make it a tie. So if he did it and they come back to vote again, right? He's not allowed to come back. And I want people to understand it. And listen, I understand that they have been playing on the people misunderstanding and not understanding a lot of things. That's why I try my best to provide a simple explanation so people can understand and know what's going on. But at the end of the day, the city council members in Marion did not fail the citizens of Marion. They're doing right by the citizens of Marion because they're demanding accountability before they even vote on it. If you show them what y'all did with that $170,000 that you got from ADAM to do the audit, show the council members that first, and I guaranteed you, they will say, all right, we'll vote on it, but we're going to hold accountable to the mismanagement of that. That's all. Right? Yeah, and then you said the segregation of duty. Oh, yeah. Listen, it is what it is, but I know that the city clerk did training to become a magistrate, right? Because Perry County lost their, Marion lost theirs. So she did training to become a magistrate, and she's had it as the city clerk and the magistrate. I'm not discussing that, but my thing is this. If you haven't conducted or been able to provide documentation for the audit since 2021, and you've been the clerk since that time, it shows that you're lacking in your ability to conduct your basic job. So adding an additional duty will show that it will cause an issue in your ability to conduct both jobs, since you've shown an inability to effectively conduct the one job as a clerk that you're compensated like $65,000 a year to do. That's not personal. Anything. If I'm struggling with doing my one job, why would people be okay with me doing 2 to 3 other jobs? Those are just the questions, man. And that's what the people are tired of. And if you think it's a personal attack, man, that's on you. I can't change how you feel about that. The same way you can't make me stop talking is the same way I know I can't make you change how you feel about it. But again, let's continue. I will tell you, exposure leads to expansion. And I will always say that exposure leads to expansion. Right. And like, you know, that's a lot of stuff, man. Wanting $100,000 line of credit to make payroll and pay bills. They said Pruitt Oil Company in Marion is owed, what, $15,000 that the city hadn't paid them? Because the Pruitt Oil Company, that's where they would, the city workers would go and get gas at. Like, why is that? You got a mayor, we got a mayor that's been in office since then. Yeah, I got it. They're allowed to vote, but you're voting against, you're inserting yourself. Like he said, cities are in grade based on population. In some grades, mayors are allowed to vote if the population is small. Yes. My thing is the city council already had voted 3-2 to remove the city clerk. The mayor inserted himself to vote to tie it up so that they couldn't do it. That's the issue that I'm talking about. Yeah, if they were tied and they had 2-2 and one person couldn't make it, boom. And I want to say this before I get off. I want people to understand this, because people fail to realize that people keep receipts, right? Right before the last election that they had last year for the city council, when Councilwoman, Commissioner Howes and Commissioner Lewis were voted in and removed Commissioner Eaton and Commissioner Hudson. They voted, Tony Long and Brent Harrison voted to remove Albert as the chairman. Albert got mad and didn't show up until a city council meeting, until the new people that he supported and helped get in got in office, and they end up voting him back in as the chairman. Commissioner Howes and Commissioner Lewis. Those are the two candidates that he supported because he wanted Ben Eaton out of there and he wanted Cedric Hudson out of there. And if y'all think I'm lying, where Ben Eaton lived at, on the county road that Ben Eaton lived at, Albert had work done on that road and they stopped in front of where Ben Eaton lived at. That's the pettiness that I'm talking about. And Albert got mad at Brent Harrison, and he got mad at Tony Long because right before then, and what they fell out for, because the questions came up about why the county commission got all of these accounts opened up over in Utah, open all these other places. And that's when he got mad when they voted him out as the chairman, and he had a tantrum like he do. and didn't even show up until after they voted the new council, the new commissioners in. And he supports them, and he puts his, like he said, his resources behind them so he can control them. Same thing what he did. Why Albert Turner, the county commission, is speaking? Why Albert Turner is speaking on behalf of the city of Marion, when it is a known fact that he was 100% against Dexter prior to Travis running for office? Yep, 100% against him. And he tried that foolishness right before they had their debate. He tried to endorse like 3-4 different people, except Travis. And then this whole thing he said right after the election, they got a unity, and because he supported Ron Miller, he was against Ron Miller. He made posts about Ron Miller incompetence as a county commissioner, because he was supporting Carlton Lewis when Carlton Lewis was running for mayor in Uniontown. But now all of a sudden, Albert, the prince of petty and using retaliation and using his position to get back at people, now he support them. And now he got this coalition where they're going to have a breakfast with the mayors of Uniontown and the mayors of Marion, and going to come together with the chairman. And we're going to have lunch and breakfast, and with the vice chair, Carlton Lewis, we're going to sit down and eat breakfast and talk about solutions. Man, stop. Man, stop. You make that post about how you supported the mayor and you expect the mayor to endorse you for your run. Man, stop. I'm telling y'all, I hope the people see exactly what's been going on. And the reason why they mad is because light has been shown on their tactics. The tactics are played out, bro. It's played out. Like I said before, when you turn the lights on, roaches run. Roaches run. And Albert, before you say this is to Albert. I know you're going to watch this, and I know you're going to act like you had. But before you say something, I just want you to know this, right? If you're going to refute anything that I'm saying, just provide verifiable link that I can follow it up, right? Please do that, right? I want you to provide it. And the reason why I want you to provide it is because I want to be able to verify it. Right? I'm telling you. And yeah, like you said, Pam, we need more information on Mr. Turner definition of unity. His unity is, hey, if I do something to get you in office, you're betrothed to me, you're beholden to me, and to do whatever I want you to do. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm just telling you, man, look, for anybody, I want y'all to know, man, I'm not going to be silent about it. I'm not going to be silent. I will continue to put that out there. Listen, do right. If you're doing right, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Marion, you should have been done audits. You got the money to do it. Y'all got $170,000. ADAM increased it originally from $145, gave y'all $25 extra to do the audit, and you ain't do it. How? Listen, and for the people that want to blame ADAM, I'm going to educate you guys real quick. How you going to blame ADAM about the water issues in Marion when ADAM gave them the money to do the audit so they can complete the actual fiscal sustainability plan so they can have access to more money to fix the issue? How is that on ADAM? How is that? I'm just saying, just think about that. I'm dead serious. Think about that. How is that on ADAM? Man, let's open up our minds and open up our eyes to be able to see. You know, they can't say that it's racial with me. They can't throw that out there. They said that I'm only talking because my sister lost the election. My sister ran for Uniontown. I'm talking about Marion, right? They say that I'm an outsider. Yeah, I'm an outsider. And I wonder what else they're going to say next. Oh, Albert Turner said I'm not important enough so that whatever I say could move the council. Man, stop. Man, stop. Please stop it. Like, please. Please, I want the people to open their eyes. And I'm going to continue to say this, and I want people to know this, right? There's 66, 67 counties in the state of Alabama. Perry County is the second poorest county in the state. The second poorest in the state. But Perry County is also the 23rd poorest county in the entire United States. Out of all 50 states, Perry County is the 23rd out of 3,147 counties. Perry County is the 23rd poorest county. And the reason why we are that way is not because we don't have not because we don't have potential, because we've had corrupt, incompetent leaders at the county level who have made decisions that was in their best interest and not in the best interest of the people. And I'm saying this is why I'm saying this. I'm not against, and this is not a knock between Waste Management that's down there, Arrowhead Landfill in Uniontown, right? But they're there to make a business. I get it. The citizens was against it when they first bought that toxic coal ash, and they fought against it. Did you know that Albert Turner and other leaders in Perry County didn't even include Uniontown to even get any compensation for that? Do y'all know that? That in 2012 they made that Perry County get $1 for every ton there, and they get a nickel for every ton that goes to repairing the roads. Now my question with that is this: if they've been receiving that money since 2012, why do Perry County announce today that trash will be delayed? And think about how many times trash is delayed because of the weather and them getting and access to them to get the trash in. Well, why haven't they used some of that money that they get received to repair the roads to make sure that they can get in there? Y'all see what I'm saying? And based off my calculation, Arrowhead Landfill made $46.8 million last year in 2024, based off of their reports that they had to report up to the volume that they took in for ADM, and they made $50 million this year. So that's 46,800,000 last year and $54 million this year. If you add that up in the last 2 years, they have made $100,800,000 in the last 2 years, right there in Uniontown, where they take trash from 33 different states. But what has really you seen from that? I don't fault ADM. I mean, I don't fault Arrowhead. I fault our leaders for not being at the table to think about what the people can get. And Albert loved to post a picture. They gave $10,000 to help about utilities. All that was a political ploy to make the people think that Albert is giving money to help pay utilities. And this joker is robbing everybody blind. Look at it. What has gotten better? Like, think about it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all get mad at people. There's folks that get mad at me because I come home and I see what I see and I take a picture of a video of it. We deserve more. We deserve more. And I will continue to show. I will continue to share information. I will continue to try to educate, because education leads to expansion. Education leads to expansion. Education leads to expansion. You guys have a blessed day. Talk to you later.